Well, hello there and welcome back to Twin Stick Garage. So I got an upcoming truck show I need to go to and I need some supplies.
Give me a keg of beer.
Sweet. Yeah. This thing is stout. All right, let's put it in the fridge to keep it cold. And obviously this isn't about, this gonna fit? Oh, look at that. It just fits. Boy, when they say it's designed for a keg, they're not kidding. Even the inside of the door is curved, so it fits in there. Okay, so we'll keep that cold. But obviously this episode isn't just about Coors beer. That's just kind of the theme that we're going with, obviously. So for anyone new to the channel here, this is a replica truck from the 70s trucking movie, Smokey and the Bandit.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
Where, if you know the movie, they actually hauled Coors beer from Texarkana, Texas to Atlanta, Georgia. And of course the cops were chasing them because back in the 70s, it was illegal to take unpasteurized beer east of Texas. So it was a whole big deal. And that's pretty much was the plot of the movie. Really good movie. I'm obviously a big fan of the movie. And here's the trailer to go along with the truck. So if you've been following the last few videos, you know that I just had this out recently at the 100th anniversary Kenworth truck show at Edmonton Kenworth. The guy that would paint his truck like this would go to a minister's funeral dressed in feathers. And that was just an awesome day. I really enjoyed my time there. But this show that I'm going to now is the Lesco truck show. They do it. It's an annual event in the fall. And it's usually over, I think this year we got 170 trucks registered. And there's probably 20 or 30 on the waiting list. So it's just going to be a really good time. I've got a few friends that are bringing their trucks to the show this year. And I'm really excited about it. And obviously in the movie, if you know it, they hauled 400 cases of Coors.
Hey, we really ought to pay somebody for that mess we made in there.
I couldn't afford or probably even find 400 cases of Coors. So I decided to bring a keg of Coors instead, and I'll be tipping them back for friends, fans, and well-wishers. All right, so I was just doing some maintenance on the truck, getting it ready for the show, and I just had this package dropped off by Purelator. So what this is a himiway long-range e-bike, and you're probably thinking to yourself, well, Mark, what does that have to do with trucking? But from my perspective, I really truly believe that e-bikes are something that every trucker needs for a couple of reasons. Now, my dad always used to tell me, he goes, Mark, when you see the truckers pulled in, the truckers know where the good food is. So if you see a whole bunch of trucks lined up at a diner, that's a good place to eat. And I've since learned that that's actually not accurate. It's not true. Because what ends up happening is the truckers can only stop at areas where they have a large enough space to turn around and park their trailers. So typically, the Flying J's and the various truck stops out there, but the food's usually not that great and not that healthy. So what I wanted to start promoting is for truckers out there to consider getting an e-bike. Now, you could get a regular mountain bike, that's fine. That's obviously a little cheaper than an e-bike, but the point of the e-bike is a couple of things. They have a long range, and let's say you've been driving all day, you've been driving a 10, 12-hour day. Well, maybe with e-logs you can't do that anymore, but you've been driving a long day and you're tired. You park at the truck stop and you're next to a little town, but you're a little too far away to the good restaurants to walk. So the e-bike is the ticket because you can get on that thing and you can just twist the throttle like a dirt bike and off you go, and it'll haul you right to the restaurant and back. So that's one reason. The other thing is truckers don't get a lot of exercise. You sit for most of the day and it's kind of an unhealthy lifestyle. Bad food and a lot of sitting. So the other benefit of having an e-bike is if you want and you still have energy at the end of your day, you could actually ride the bike around whatever town you're in and get a little exercise on the side. So I reached out to Himiway, and they were nice enough to send me one of these e-bikes to try out. So I'm really excited to put this thing together and give it a go. And I'm actually going to bring it to the truck show, and again, I'm going to be promoting it, and I believe it would make a lot of sense for truckers to have one of these. So with that, I'll open it up and put this thing together and see how fast it goes down the driveway. Well, that was pretty easy to put together. This thing's cool. Yeah, you viewers out there probably don't know that old twin sticks. Well, most of the kids from my generation grew up on BMX bikes, and I had an old Kuwahara freestyle bike, and I love that movie, Rad. It was one of my favorites alongside of Smokey and the Bandit. And a lot of you probably don't realize that Rad was actually directed by Hal Needham, the same guy that came up with the concept of Smokey and the Bandit. So there's a little trivia for you. So yeah, now that it's all together, let's see. I'm actually digging it. I never really was a fan when I was a younger man of fenders, but I think it makes sense on this bike because, especially if I'm driving it around town and stuff, it's gonna, or even off-road, because these big fat tires, I've never actually driven a fat tire bike either, so hopefully this thing can actually go in the rougher stuff as well, but it'll keep the dirt from spraying up. So it's practical, and then I know it's not necessarily cool, but it's still nice to have a little platform at the back here to mount some stuff. Bring your leftovers back from the barbecue pit. Yeah, that's a pretty beefy lithium-ion battery. So that's why this thing has so much range, like 80 miles. That's a long way. Us Canadians can't even count can't even calculate how far that is. But it's a good distance. It's probably what, 120 clicks? That's crazy that battery will carry this bike and a rider around that far. Okay, let's power it up and see how it works. And disc brakes too, even. That is sweet. Stop on a dime. Okay, so, like I said, you can just pedal. Holy cow! I guess you just start pedaling and it starts assisting. Maybe I better get my hand on the other side where the throttle is. Can you tell I'm new to this e-bike thing? Okay, so you just start pedaling and then it just takes right off and starts giving you some juice. It's me, you idiots. Oh, the tire's a little low. Either that or Twin Sticks has put on a little weight drinking all his Coors this summer. So I'll go inflate the tires a touch. But that is neat. So you just pedal. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's hilarious. It's just like running a silent dirt bike. What a treat. All right, let's see if we can go off-roading here. Oh. Oh, I like this a lot. We're gonna have fun with this at the show. Very cool. So if you want to check one of these out for yourself, go check them out at himiwaybike.com. It's a beautiful little product, easy to put together, and it can give you a little bit of exercise. And like I say, if you're tired and you don't feel like exercise, you can just twist the throttle and off you go. All right, so the first part of the show, Friday, is called Friday Night Lights. And the idea is all the truckers flick on all their clearance lights and marker lights. And if you've watched the earlier episodes, you know that I got a lot of blue LED glow lights on underneath the LBL. Yeah, old LBL is looking pretty sharp. But Snowman doesn't really have a lot of lights. It's only got the marker lights and clearance lights on the top of the cab and a couple around the trailer. So I thought what I might do is, now there's no power out there, we're in the middle of a field. So I was gonna actually use some LED lights on the ground shining up at the trailer and just light up the whole truck and trailer at night. So that would be my contribution to Friday Night Lights. But again, there's no power out there. So luckily, RockPal sent me this portable power station, and I'm sure it's gonna power the LED lights for hours on end. And just make sure that it works and it's fully charged up. But man, that's a slick little unit there. Okay, how do we turn it on? So, with that I should just be able to plug it in. It's got 3 plug-ins at the back here. Now I don't think this guy's big enough to power my camper. Oh, but definitely good enough for powering LED lights and a daisy chain. So yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna work. Oof, seeing stars here. I'm thinking that's gonna work real nice for, like I say, lighting the truck and trailer up at night. Yeah, I was just looking at the manual here, and you can either charge it by plugging into the wall, getting a solar panel, or using your cigarette lighter in your car, and that's for the input. And it's a RockPal 600, so it's actually got 600 watt hours of power, which is a lot of power in such a small little unit. I'm actually really quite impressed. So if you're interested in one for yourself, go check them out at rockpals.com. Oh, you're gonna like this. I didn't think these were gonna arrive in time for the show. But check these out. Special delivery, they just arrived. Now how awesome is that? Oh yeah, we gotta get those on there. Sweet. Now what do you think of that?
Hey, proper.
Oh, that is the icing on the cake. I am so pleased. That was the final piece of the puzzle. Oh man, that looks good. That is so mint. And I'm so pleased that it came in time to bring it to the Lesco show. That is really, really cool. All right, so special thanks to the guys at USA Flap for getting those done in time. I really appreciate it. I know that was a rush order, and I'm very grateful that you're able to get them done and sent out. So if you want your own custom mud flaps, either these Hobbs Minty ones or your own logo or your own name, go check them out at usaflap.com.
Far out.
All right, let's give her. Off to the show. issue, but this is the only bummer of the show, is the Leduc Antique Society is about a quarter-mile north on the gravel road here. Now normally they have a water truck and they water it down, but they didn't do that today, so I'm just gonna go somewhat slow and try and keep the dust off it as much as possible. I might have to do a little bit of dusting when we get there, but that's okay. At least I made it.
Bandit 2 has arrived.
Okay, so I'm early, but I guess I'm not the only one. So we got a few guys lined up here. A lot of eager truckers. Look at this cattle hauler that he polished right out. Unbelievable. Good work, whoever did that. Oh, are we moving forward?
Hell no, to the no, no, no.
We all know Steven's classic Kenworth. Of course, it brought the Duke into my yard. And Steven was telling me that I think he's over 2 million, and he's closing in on 3 million on this truck. Shows you take care of something and do all the maintenance on it. Those old cat engines are pretty loyal.
So he just did it a couple days ago. We spent 3 days on it.
Wow. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah,
Well, look who this is. Hey, good looking. You want to go for a ride?
You bet.
We'll climb on up. Well, while we wait, I'll figure I'll use the old California duster and try and get some of the dust off. Thanks again to the Minty fan who sent me this. I really appreciate that. Oh, we're all lined up waiting to get in here. Here's Mike's beautiful 379. Done up to look like a 5.9er. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, well, they're holding strong to the 2 o'clock check-in. They're not going to budge on that, so I'm going to walk back to the camper and go get the side-by-side. And sure, some beautiful iron though. Nice little C10. 2 of them. It's got all the toys. I love how they're all blacked out. This is Randa. Yeah, Randa's got some of the nicest rigs in Alberta. Even the engines are detailed. Nice work. Getting all the pipes shiny. Awesome. You guys are doing their final polishing. Yeah, gonna be a good show. This is Twin Six happy place here, that's for sure. Look at these Kennys. Gorgeous. These 379 Pete. Alright, walk-ins for chumps. So I got the beautiful Mrs. Sticks with me, and now we can look at the trucks in a much more efficient manner. So someone comes and yells at us and says this isn't a golf cart. Of course it's a golf cart. It's a golf cart with bigger wheels. Oh, and I thought I had the oldest truck. Look at these old Macs. Isn't that neat? Always loved the Mac Bulldog. These must be one of the museums. Oh, these look familiar. I think this is Rick's. And then that's Tyrone Malone, or the Tyrone Malone coffee with the double bunks from the Kenworth show. Beautiful. Boy, does that thing ever stand out, huh? Gorgeous. Hey, that's Daryl Bager. So Bager Industries, they're the ones that are been building all that cool stuff for Little by Little. I'll have to go meet him and say hi. Look at the talent in this guy. Backing up these like it ain't no thing. tight. Roxanne. It's a beautiful truck. That's an old 359. I think he actually has sticks in that truck, in that black and white one. I gotta go meet him. Man, these guys are pros. Came for a walk with Ryan to see how long the lineup was. Yeah, there's a lot of trucks trying to get into the show. Well, at least we're ahead of these guys, right? Oh, you found the trailer, did you, David? Attaboy. Looking good. Too bad you guys are stuck out here on the in the dust.
Yeah, I'm on the end of the.
Oh, you actually got spray. Oh, you even got the old school bunks. I actually found, I'm going to put these on my cab over. A friend of mine found me one of those Kenworth little covers that sits on there.
Oh yeah.
So now I need to get a matching one. They would always blow off, right?
Yeah, I always get another tank like that because the other one's a Freightliner tank and it's like 10 feet long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're not far apart. No.
So what's the trailer? 53.
53 in AW St. Paul.
Whose trailers?
It was the AW, but the people who own AW, the new Canadians got AW and they didn't want to pay the farmer to have the trailer for advertising. So yeah, $800.
$800. It's awesome. It's got pancake brakes.
I'm sure you've got tons of offers for it.
No, actually, the only one who did was the guy from Buffalo Airways, whatever.
Oh, what are those, 20s? Yeah, 1120s.
What's it? He owned Buffalo Airways. Anyway.
I'm not sure.
He has a museum in. This year I got a.
Where do you find the flaps?
What's that?
Where do you find those flaps?
I got those in a little tiny truck stop just outside Georgia, Savannah, Georgia.
I was gonna say
No, nothing local because those are mint.
Yeah.
well, I have to see at the show there.
Yeah.
I
I got. It always had an ugly floor in it. And we have a thing there at the co-op, so now I got the whole floor is rubber and that.
Oh, you've got root beer back.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Just ask my dad.
It's a piece of history. There's old Brandis B trains coming in. They're probably going to stack them all up here. Line them all up. Man, that's some beautiful iron. Okay, hopefully they saved a nice spot for old twin sticks. That bears skill, boys and girls. Being able to back up a B nice and tight to your buddy. Straight as an arrow. That's a real driver right there. These guys probably go to the boat launch or a campground and just laugh. Well, I made it to the registry. Only one more truck and then I get to take my picture and go park. Oh, the boys at Lesco picked a beautiful spot for me, huh? How about that? Right as you come in the show. Awesome. Okay, now I got some setup and some other stuff to do, but at least we're parked. That looks familiar. That was just at Ritchie Brothers. Must be the same guy that owns it. It's called, it was a truck made in the States somewhere. It's called the Bride of, I can't even remember. It's getting old. But it's a beautiful truck. I think the asking price of the starting bid was like $250,000 or something. Pretty sweet though. Oh, it's the first time I've seen that truck move. Oh, it sounds good. Yeah, so they're still rolling in. I like the train there for the kids. Oh, it's gonna be cool. It's so nice to see all these awesome people come together, sharing a love of old trucks. So cool. If you haven't made it down to this show yet, what are you doing? If you're anywhere in the central Alberta area in mid-September, you got to come down. It's so much fun. And look at that spot they gave old Twin Sticks. Everybody's just stopping and taking pictures. That's awesome. I'm so glad I'm able to share this with everyone. It was close. I had to give her all the way to get the truck done in time, but I'm happy it turned out. Oh, and here's Ernie Sr. and his 25th anniversary. Looking good, Ernie. Looking good, my friend. Look at those stacks. You can bring down power lines with that. Oh, that is a nice truck. Mrs. Twin Sticks, can I have one of those? That's a 379 long hood.
You have too many trucks.
No, there's never too many trucks. Oh, just beauty still coming in. Yeah, it does sound rowdy, doesn't it? Single drive. Oh, I think this guy was wrapping the pipes there last year. He's got really mean jakes in it. Oh, listen to that thing. They're so much cooler rolling than just sitting there, right?
One more. Clean that rock here.
Oh man, this is a beautiful 389. Over budget. Yeah, aren't they all? Wow. That's a minty cab over, Ernie. So Ernie actually puts this thing to work. You check him out on Instagram. He's always working this thing in the oil field. Beautiful cab over. Oh, is there?
Yeah,
oh, with the bear? I'm gonna go take a look at it. This is Mrs. Twin Sticks, yeah.
Everybody calls me Mrs.
Man, we sure got a nice spot here. We get to have everyone roll past us. Beautiful, beautiful trucks. Ah, nice classic Pete. Oh man, look at this thing. I love the black and purple. Oh, the jakes are starting. Oh, come on, you got more than that. So pleased at how good those LED lights work. I mean, I thought they were going to be too harsh, but it's just lovely. People can stand in front of the truck and take pictures, and it lights it up beautifully, doesn't it? Meet. Okay, we gotta go look at some trucks now. Oh, I like the Kenworth on the grill. It's kind of like what I did on the reefer. Oh, it's got the Kenworth letters there. Isn't that nice? All the classy B trains. And these are all working trucks too. These probably all just came right out of from hauling whatever. Got polished up, pressed out, and then came to the show. Check out the red underglow. I like the blue one. Well, I don't think these are all Randas. I think Randa's got about 3 or 5 here at the show. Yeah, he's got the nicest trucks in southern Alberta. CNT's got a lot too. On the ground. Look at that, you can't even get your hand underneath the bumper. Oh, there's Ryan's beauty. Looking sharp. Oh, he's even got underglow. Oh, and red lights in the back too. Look at that beautiful trailer. Look at this, polished in the front. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Gorgeous truck. Oh, I see. They're backlit. They're lights facing backwards under the front bumper. I should do that with little by little. Yeah, the reason they're so low is they're on airbags. So then when they release all the air, the truck just sits down on the ground. So then they flip a switch and the airbag fills up and the truck raises up, because you couldn't drive like that. You'd wreck it. Boy, the Bride of Frankenstein or whatever it's called isn't lit up at all, is it? I mean, it's a nice truck. I can't fault it. And it's bagged out. Look how low it is. Oh, so many cool trucks. I love the blue lights. For some reason, the blue lights just speak to me. Of course, they're not legal on the highway. So a lot of these new lights, they're actually blue, and then you can flip a switch and then make them orange so you can go down the highway with them. I think they're called trucks something or other. Oh, even the back lights are so cool. Check out the paint on this thing. Like, look at all the lights. Love it. Gladiator. Isn't that cool?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
So this is what Blake and I are going to try and do. Have low mount to hold up the tub fenders. Wow, this is quite a rig. This is a sword in the middle? I'll go around. He's got intakes to make it look like a 359. Ain't no way this is 359. Oh, check that out. It's a sword as a shifter. Oh, this guy did some amazing work. Glorious 379. I think that's my favorite of the 379 of the show so far. Okay, this guy wins. Look at that. It's actually down in the grass. That is awesome. The Cornish has got a whole bunch of lights. Check that out. Usually these old trucks don't have a lot of lights on them for Friday Night Lights, but they've really dolled them up. How you doing? favorite sound in the world.
Wow, that's a cover, so you gotta hear the cat.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Dean was saying he had to do this strategically, so he had to figure out a way to add the lights without offending any of the purists. He really worked hard to try and hide them and tuck them underneath and have them all backlit, but I think he did a beautiful job. And that just makes it. I love these 25th anniversary. Now 25th anniversary Canadian Kenworths, and there's Ernie's. Oh, I love it. Beautiful. I think I know what that clinking is. Oh, this shining was done by the best in the West. You hear that clinking? That's the flappers. At idle, they just kind of rattle around there. So those 8-inch flappers on the Duke are just gonna just ping, ping, ping. Oh, it's gonna be wonderful. Finally. Okay, so Darwin's is showing me where his truck ended up. So is that the original, like the house?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
Where Burt
That's
Reynolds
where it's gonna
pulled
be
in
sitting. Yeah,
and woke up Jerry Reed. He's going to do like a bed and breakfast or something?
correct, yeah.
And he bought your truck and
He's
he made
looking
it all...
for a reefer and he wants to put a hammock in the back, yeah.
Oh, that is cool. Working truck. Still got a load on. That's awesome. Oh, another nice Kenworth coming in. Beauty. Oh, look at this Minty Haze. He's even got the bear on the doors and the hood. Oh, that's beautiful. So Mrs. Twin Six is going to go demo the bike around the show.
Do a donut.
You'll burn out. See, as soon as you start pedaling, it just takes off. Isn't that neat? See ya.
Twin sticks coming through.
This thing's sweet. Well, they're all air ride, and we need to do that to the Duke because look at it, sets it right down in the grass.
That just kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the interiors are unbelievable. Yeah, these guys are absolutely class. I mean,
Because I was trying to find a kit. So how do they actually make an air ride like that?
I think it's just a bag underneath a long leaf, and
Yeah.
it's a bag on a controller,
Yeah.
just like the back. But I mean, these guys even air their seats down. They're just unbelievable, these trucks.
Look at these trucks. Man, this guy put some effort into it. This is
Well,
just
they detail.
flawless.
They had their hoods up yesterday, and they were actually detailing the engines. That's how much these guys care about their rigs. Is they detail under the hood. Usually, under the hood is kind of hidden, right?
Absolutely. We should build some exhaust.
We should. I mean, his tanks are almost dragging in the grass.
Yeah.
And I like this. This is a nice touch here. How they just kind of hide. They cap off the airlines.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't have me put them when he's running it.
Yeah.
But then it's all the deck pan's all welded on there and then
And
cleaned
that's
up.
3/16.
That's beefy.
Yeah, so that's heavy duty. And then custom airbrushing along the fenders as well too.
Yeah.
And so he's gonna have the air ride back here to drop this down as much as he can too, eh? Oh yeah.
Yeah, these are so cool. And it was funny, I was watching them back in yesterday. They can back these things straight as an arrow, like a boat into a boat launch.
Well,
Oh, Boston, I got the same seats in my Pete.
just to like see him in pictures or watch him rolling down the road.
Oh no. Well, even something like this. I mean, the Smokey truck obviously catches a lot of attention, but then these things do as well. And look at this, it's got a car hauler with a couple old C10s on there.
Oh, that's stellar. So I do like the truck that's built for a purpose to match something that's already been created. These guys are created from scratch too.
Oh yeah, and look, fully corrugated trailer that he polished out. It's a Great Dane trailer. You can see the dog up there, but he polished it all out. And even their bus is impressive.
Yeah.
Their camper. So there's kind of a similar mount that we're thinking of doing for the Duke.
Yeah, exactly, at front here. And then he's got, so are all deck caps, do they fold, like more of them fold over?
Yeah, I've seen, so that's one way they fold over. Some of them fit just in the edge of the channel and then are clamped underneath. That's a pretty popular thing that a lot of guys are doing now, is the light thing underneath between the fuel tanks.
Yep.
I forget the official name for it, but it's kind of cool because then it gives you the underglow at night.
Yeah, we can build that.
Of course we can. All right, so this is my buddy Justin, his CL 9000. It's a mid-80s Ford cab over, and it's got, they used to call them the two-story Fords because they're so tall. It doesn't really look it as tilted forward, but once you actually tilt it back, you're up really, really high there. So he actually found a couple of split ring rims on Snowman, and I went down and met him, and that's when I got the two split rings. And then I saw that he was doing this, and he actually said that old Twin Sticks inspired him. There he is. There's the man who built this machine. And he said, he goes, I watched this video, this guy working in the gravel on an old semi truck, and he figured if Mark can do that, so can I. So he bought this thing in the Kootenays in BC and brought it home and then started working on it. He actually inspired me because he painted it himself, and I thought, you know, if you can actually paint a truck yourself, then why can't I? So that was kind of the catalyst for me painting Snowman, but it's just turning out beautiful. Yeah. And I love the two-tone that he did on the Daytons. The tub fenders. So check this out. So Justin actually built his own stacks. Well, actually it's a single stack on the one side in a rectangular shape, and then this is the intake, because he said he didn't want intake, so he made one intake and one exhaust. As you can see, the fresh air comes in here through the air filter and into the turbo, and then the exhaust out that one and up. That is really cool. Nice work. I like the patina on this Pete. He tried to do one with the 359 pipes. Oh, I think this is the Gladiator one I saw last night. And you see how they cut different sized openings there for the windscreens? Yeah. And those are the sideways pipes. I'm a kind of a fan of those. How they just tip straight sideways. Oh, they are. That's old school.
I really like how the old school scrapes are coming back.
Yeah. Well, everyone here at the show takes a lot of pride in their ride.
For a whole fleet to be done like how he does, Random does this, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Excavator. That's a pickup truck.
Check that Freightliner out on the back. The cab over says up to no hood.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, he's in agriculture class. Oh, I love this. Twin stick. Oh, he's got a big hole too. Well, this guy, he runs, he's a real trucker. He runs all the way down the highway, all the way to the States, hauls cattle. And he's got actually a YouTube channel, Instagram. I'll put it on the screen there. Now, it's not a true tin stick, but he's got the switch, but it's still cool as hell being in the 359 Pete. And I love how he did the rope steering wheel. Man, it's just cool all day long.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Everybody who said the Duke's too long needs to come have a look at this one. Look how this stretched out here.
Oh my good. I think he's longer than the Duke.
He is longer than the Duke.
I don't remember. He must have. Did he add length? Because I don't remember the little tag axle.
Yeah.
I think he added length to the frame. I don't remember this thing being that long.
It's been stretched twice. I see a welded joint right there.
Yeah.
And
then another one there. He added another section, and then here's his back clip.
Yeah.
Right in front of the suspension.
So we just cut her and added a whole frame.
Oh, right on.
This is
so
killer.
you take a little more weight.
Yeah.
Up to no hood. That is cool.
And first place at a show goes to Twin Sticks Garage. This rendition, Mark Kelly. All right. Hey. Yeah.
That's bootlegging. Yeah, you're just a little bit scared. That's great psychology. These Peterbilts here are worth $80,000. That comes to about $3,000 an hour. If you make it in 28 hours.
It's all said and done, Lord, it's sure been fun.